Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. In this particular stream, obviously this is the show where me and Taylor come in, we chat about his club, Manchester United, we chat about my club. Normally it's bad, but we actually got an okay result. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, smash the thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and socials are above. Where do you want to start?
I think we definitely got to go to the Champions League.
Okay.
I think more in general of the Champions League. They were 4 very good games actually. Yeah. Quite surprised of how good they were. None of them were actually boring for once. I was expecting maybe at least one boring game, but there was goals in every single one, so it's not bad. But I guess we'll start with obviously your team against Arsenal. We all thought that you're getting battered.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think I did say 3-1 Arsenal, but 2-2 definitely came to a surprise. Obviously them go 1-0 up, but it was like, here we go, Saka. More, and then once you see Serge Gnabry on the score sheet, you go, interesting. He turns up again. It's London seems to be his favourite.
Yeah,
but for the good reasons for you lot. And then obviously letting it go in the end, kind of letting it slip. But it was great little run by Jesus. Going around a couple of players and then pass it to Smith Rowe. He's been really good for them this season. He's been getting a fair few of crucial goals for him. So fair enough to him. It has to be someone in their team to, actually get something out of it. They could have gone on one game, but one of their players decided to stick a leg out to Narnia and fall over.
Yes, I'm here. And hello, Felix.
And obviously, talk about Saka. So, I guess we've got to talk about that penalty shout.
It's never a penalty for me.
Never in a million years. I don't know how Arsenal fans can say it is. Like, yes, Noah did come out to challenge. Noah did put his leg out a little bit, but Saka pointed to Rose Ed with his foot. You're never going to get
quick enough and skillful enough to go around him anyway.
Well, he technically did. If he just ran like a normal person, he just needs to tap it and it's going in. I know. Yeah. I know there was a defender. I think it was Davies. I'm not sure, but he could have easily even carried on the run because the defender was coming in towards him. So if he goes past him, that defender ain't stopping, and then he scores 3-2, and they're feeling better going into Munich. Now they've got a lot on them. They've made it a lot harder. But yeah, never a pen for me. Sticks his leg out. It's goes to a pen decision against us. Well, against United in a couple of games, but we'll speak on it in a bit. But no, fair enough on Bayern now getting at least 2 goals against them. Like I said, I thought they would get 1. But penalty for you lot, definitely a penalty. It was quite a soft pen, but there was enough contact to make it a pen. Obviously, Sane just skipped past.
Well,
yeah, the handball.
The
handball, which I'd be really annoyed if I was you lot, because from what Tuchel said and what the referee said to him, is that he acknowledged what happened, but he said it was a kid's mistake, and he can't give that penalty. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's like if I tackle someone in the box, it's not my intention to give a penalty. It's a mistake to give a penalty, but that's not the point. I'd be fuming. I know it's people like, it's just not right for that to be a penalty. Rules are rules. It doesn't matter if it's harsh or not. If you've blown the whistle and the keeper's kicked it to you, you've played it. You've played the goal kick and you've passed it back. They've done it a few times this season. They've been doing that, where the keeper like rolls it to Gabriel and Gabriel kicks it back to him. Very weird thing. But no, I'd definitely be annoyed. I'd feel like that's a robbery and a half. But and also, I think I'll give Arsenal one thing. Harry Kane did do a bit of that on Gabriel, which I'm very surprised. That's intentional. He knew Gabriel was coming because he looked behind him. And then he's gone, no, not today. And he's elbowed him in the chin. So, luckily, you didn't get a red card, which that would have changed both games. Like 10 men in one game, but they're missing Harry Kane for the home game and relying on Chubagoting, to basically do what Harry Kane does, which just ain't happening, but definitely got away with one. Do you think that kind of counteracts the sort of the missed penalty for you lot, and then him not getting a red card?
Yeah,
do you think everything comes just in the end?
I get it. I think in the end it's a fair result. I think realistically, when it's like a VAR decision or the referee being an idiot decision, the way I see it now is like, at the end of the day, these players had chances to score. So realistically, we shouldn't really be talking about it. That's a talking point because it wasn't a win. If it was a win, we'd be like, yeah, that's that. But there isn't the but, because Leroy Sané has a brilliant chance to go and score. He doesn't score. He cuts inside like a fucking donkey.
Yeah.
He doesn't cut inside.
People said Ben White was brilliant defender. I was like, Ben White didn't do nothing. Don't even touch him. He goes to the slide, but
as well.
His
chance against Neuer, he should score as well.
It's very, very weird. It's typical Arsenal fans, and that's why they make me rethink of me wanting them to win the league, just because of their fan base. If they're somewhat of a half decent fan base, or something, just not Arsenal, any other sort of fan base, not Arsenal, then it's fine. But it's Arsenal fans that they do mind at him.
Yeah, they do.
AK that penalty shot for Saka. Oh, that just says it all.
I see a lot of them on Twitter saying that they got robbed as well.
Kane wasn't a red. I mean, intentional elbow to near face area. Come on, that's a red card.
What do you think happens in the second leg?
I think you take it home. I think you take it. I think they've shown your experience. Arsenal shown their lack of experience. Statistically, best defence in the world, and those two centre backs crumbled. They crumble, obviously, when for the penalty, when Sonny gone through like 3-4 players, and then obviously for the Gnabry goal, them not even challenge him quick enough. Him just get the size touch he needs to score the goal. So I think they might show that they want the league more than the Champions League, because the Champions League is not their area at all. Even though the Premier League at the moment isn't their area, but it once used to be when they did win it a few times.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be the same with Liverpool after that shocking performance against Atalanta. I think it'll be all Premier League, apart from City. I think City will want it all again. They want that treble, which just shows the team they have and the mentality they have.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think we'll blow them away, or do you think we'll just get like a 2-0?
I think it'll be. I reckon a 3-2 Bayern. I think it's still a close game, but
it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, but
so 3-2 over both legs, or 1-0, or 3-2 in that game.
No, 3-2 in that game. I think it's good. I think there's going to be goals. I think there's going to be goals for sure. Yeah. Arsenal are not going to just push over and show that they want the league more. But like I said, I think you show your experience. And weird to say Tuchel bring it home for you in that game. Probably not more of like Tuchel. I didn't watch the full game. I only saw the highlights. Obviously, I saw that Davies was absolutely diabolical. I can't believe he's actually still playing. But overall, I think your tactics are all right. Obviously, you got 2 goals in the end. You did what you need to do. Certain players stepped up when needs be. Sane stepped up. Unlucky for Coman for hitting the post as well.
Hit shin, man. If that hits his foot, I think that goes in.
Yeah. Obviously, Kane that's making Ray look like a fool in that penalty. Kimmich right back. It's definitely been a lot better since he's been right back for sure, compared to him being DM. But obviously, you lack a DM. Well, Lima, yeah, but he isn't the best. So your lack of a quality DM is a bit of an issue at the moment because it's kind of hurting other players around, like Musiala in front, or you've Muller.
Yeah, he was quiet.
Yeah, definitely. I was quite shocked about. I was quite shocked about
that. Yeah.
But even you said in the FTV video, if there's a Rice and Partey, which they did play a Rice and Partey, it would nullify Musiala, which it kind of did in the end. But 2 players nullifying 1, but that's 1 player nullifying 2 players. Kind of changes the whole act, and it kind of opens up a little bit more. So,
okay.
But no, I do think you take it. I do think you take it in the second leg, which will be interesting. It was definitely a good match.
Yeah, man, I'm a bit nervy just in the fact that they didn't turn up. Like, number one, like you said, their defense crumbled, absolutely crumbled. They made mistakes. Both of our goals were from mistakes. No, goals are goals, don't get it twisted. But if they don't make that challenge, Saliba doesn't make that challenge, there's no pen. And also, obviously, the first goal was them making a stupid decision with Gabriel, I believe who it was, and then Raya coming out of his box. Like, why is he coming out? So I think the fact that they can get better is the thing that scares me. But in saying that, 2-2, Bayern Munich should be able to get it over the line at home. We've got the experience. You know, this isn't a diss to Arsenal, but they have 0 Champions Leagues. We have 6. You know what I mean? So we have that experience, and we show kind of like what Ahmad said on DR Sports. If you don't know, I'll tell you. He basically said that Arsenal are babies in this game, where we are, solidified.
Yeah, you think about they're in 1 final Champions League. Didn't get it, and they've not been there ever since.
Oh, yeah.
It's all gone downhill since those sort of years of like Invincible and all that. And obviously they're just never gonna. Obviously they could get to that point if bringing the right players next season or what. But yeah, they just need to keep playing in the Champions League, keep getting the top 4, just try and get harder teams in the group stages. Well, obviously it's not their choice if they get harder teams, but kind of hope that they get harder teams. Because I think their hardest team was Porto.
Yeah,
in
Porto
their group stage.
Away, I think.
And then they struggled in both of those games. So, and obviously, I say struggle against Bayern. They didn't really struggle, but they didn't. They threw it themselves. But now they got to go to a stadium where Bayern have fans. It's not 100% Arsenal this time. Well, 99% because there was Bayern fans there. Apparently, one of the Bayern fans got beaten up by a mob of them in the crowd. Apparently, what I heard. So I know your fans will be really up for that game as well, and I don't think Bayern will want to let them down because then it will really hurt them.
Yeah, I get you, 100%. I think there's a couple of things we need to talk about. One of them being this. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And we hit 3K subs. And the channel is absolutely booming. Obviously, we got the collaboration with Arsenal Fan TV, obviously, which is bonkers. Still to think that I have a video on their channel. Like, I was on their shorts page. I was on their Instagram. Like, it's just weird seeing my face.
Yeah,
like,
everything. The biggest, pretty much the biggest of what you can be apart from United stand.
United stand, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nuts, absolutely bonkers.
Mm.
So yeah, there's that, and then obviously what comes with that, and so on. So yeah, absolutely bonkers. Big up to Croc. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. I've seen somebody else say hey as well. Big up, Ansar. Sure you're here to troll Taylor. But yeah,
I'm gonna hear it. Yeah, I'll hear it at some point.
It's weird, definitely weird, and obviously I'm happy to do that sort of things. Push the channel. That's the whole point of doing it, of course. Let me see.
We'll speak about the other games quickly though.
I literally just watched the Real Madrid highlights. Obviously, I think the UEFA are dickheads. Like, why would you like? I know that Barcelona and PSG is a big game. Obviously, they've got the history of when Barca come back and beat PSG and all of that shit. But like, why not give us two different semi-finalists? No, two different quarterfinalists at the same time, because they put them on the same day. So whoever won in Real Madrid game or Man City, and then vice versa, will go against each other. I wanted it to be the other way around. Like, Real Madrid are one of the
kind
best
of got
teams
an easy side, and then you've got like the best, basically the best teams, best side versus the like basically obviously, in the final, it's going to be like the team that shouldn't really be there.
Yeah.
But I think from that side, it would probably be Barcelona. I don't think PSG turns up. They completely fumbled at their own game. I think it'll be like, I don't think Dortmund. It's a weird one with Dortmund. I don't think they'd take it past Atletico. So I think it'll be Barca Atletico semi-final, and then the other semi-final side. God, that City game, City Real Madrid game was really bloody. Really good. Shocking first goal though.
I did say that, didn't I? The keeper. I did say that they would not be as good without Courtois.
It showed it. It showed. Obviously, 100%. That's the one goal. It would have got. He ain't saving those other two goals. Not they. No shots. One of them by centre back. Oof, Jesus Christ! But then Valverde showing that he's just better. And absolutely whacking it.
That Bernardo Silva goal was brilliant. Nothing but props to Phil Foden. That goal was superb. And then obviously
he's been such a difference for them this season. He's definitely turned up. He's definitely done like what Rashford did for United last season. Like really turned up, because I think, especially this season, like previous seasons, Foden showed his class, but his contribution to City has been like when the other team's already dead. It's like, I'll get a goal in the end. When we're already like 6-0 up or something. But no, he's getting goals in crucial games. Game against United, 1-0 up, he scores 2. Pulls him through. Real Madrid, they're 2-1 down. He's pulled one out of wherever he's pulled that from. So on and so forth, with multiple other games, getting hat tricks against, let's say, Villa. Same sort of thing, outside the box, top corner, he's pelted it. Like, it seems to be a new trademark for him. Outside the box and just absolutely whacking it. It doesn't seem like there's any technique. It just seems like he just hits it. And because he hits it, you see him do about 10 spins after. Because he's just hitting with that much and just hoping it just goes in. And it goes in. So fair enough to him. But definitely a great game.
The Gavardi goal, how to say it?
Yeah.
Gavardi goal was superb. And then obviously we got who scored the second one for Real Madrid? I can't think. Rodrigo. That goal was disgusting because it was just placement. He just placed it.
He just put it through him. Yeah. He's such a brilliant
player. And obviously, then, like you said, a little chip over the top and then Valverde just
Oh, yeah. Which, Valverde gets... I don't know why he gets so much disrespect. People don't rate him. I'm like, why? Because the only problem with football is stats. People are just pure stats. Valverde don't have the stats, but I think his numbers in every game, he's doing like 7+, like every game. He's just that good. He's just impacting the game, and just it's like what Mainoo's doing for United. May not have the numbers, but see what he does. Like you don't need the numbers when you're bossing players and just skipping through people like no one's business.
Yeah, no, I get you. I think Real Madrid have too many stars. That's the problem. So then I think he kind of goes under the radar.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, the other two games, I haven't watched the Atletico Madrid highlights yet. I just watched before coming on this the Barcelona one, which seemed like a bit of a weird game. Like you said, I think Barcelona will go through. Unfortunately, I can't stand Barcelona.
Yeah.
And then obviously it should be Atletico Madrid. I want it to be Atletico Madrid, and I know that sounds wrong. But not wrong, but like, oh, you're saying that because Dortmund hate. No, I don't think Dortmund are actually good enough to beat Barcelona. I don't know if Atletico are good enough to beat them, but in that sense, it's one of those. But yeah, Ahmad said it earlier. I have to admit, the moment we go through, we're going to get cooked. I don't know, I see where you're coming from, and it makes sense where you're coming from.
Depends who you get, really.
Because Man City and Real Madrid are amazing. Don't get it twisted, but like I said in watch along, I can't remember which one it was. I could just see Thomas Tuchel winning the Champions League. I don't know why, and the likelihood of that happening is so slim.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me neither. It's just
the thing is, if you do get to the final, you do win it. Like, there's no one on the other side that beats you. I think Barcelona would give a good game, but
oh man,
if you get past City or Real Madrid, they're the two the favourites for winning. You beat those two. Yeah. It's literally all yours to lose, really.
Yeah, no, 100%. Then what do you do? Celebrate, I guess.
Yeah.
My team won the Champions League. Obviously, I don't like the manager, but it's one of those. If we beat Arsenal, our semi-final will be a revenge game. Yeah, but obviously we gotta go in.
True.
We gotta go in. Win it though.
Is it a revenge game? Obviously, yeah, City, but Real Madrid. The revenge against Real Madrid is Ronaldo, really, and he's not there.
Yeah, I think just in the fact that Real Madrid cheated us in that game, to be honest with you. Yeah. So Liam must be chuffed. My team lost tonight, given he didn't like. Is that Liverpool?
Yeah.
Oh right. So. I was like, wait, what? He didn't like me from the start.
Jesus Christ.
I don't really understand how you're losing at home to them, though. Like, football's a mad game. It's a mad game. What's it say? Mazzari at right back, Kimmich on the midfield for the second leg. Your thoughts? No. I love Mazzari, and I would actually play him left back in that game. Tuchel won't because he had half a brain. But Joshua Kimmich has to stay there. Goretzka stepped up in that Arsenal game. I don't really understand why he steps up in that sort of game, if it's because it's on the world stage in, obviously the Bundesliga doesn't get those viewing figures or what. Because Lima isn't, like, we've seen Goretzka and Lima play, and they don't play very well together. They don't. But yet they did in that game. It made no sense, to be honest with you. So, no, not for me. I get where you're coming from, because Mazzari does need the game time, but we'll have to wait and see what Tuchel does this weekend, because the reports are saying that he's going to test the waters, because we've already lost the league. The league's done. If we draw or lose and they win, which they're going to win, they win the league, which is just fucking typical. But yeah, it's just one of those. Get a Dyer jersey if you win the Champions League. That's a piss take. An absolute piss take. Eric Dyer. No, because I like wearing my Bayern kits. I would not wear that with fucking Dyer on the back. Fuck that shit. That's mad.
Have to hang up on the wall behind you.
England or Germany for the fifth Champions League spot.
Yes, because obviously the new changes and all that. Obviously, if certain teams win something in Europe and then get certain places, like I think I can't remember what it sort of is, but if United get like 5th place and someone wins something, either the Europa League or Champions League, we could get into the Champions League. I think it's the Europa League though. That if I think it's West Ham wins it or something, I don't know. Even though they did lose 2-0, they got absolutely demolished. So I knew he was that guy was about to come in.
Lol. Do you see Muller playing our next game? Do you mean the one against Cologne this weekend, or you mean the Arsenal one? He should play both of them. But yeah, it's just typical. But yeah, we've lost the league, we lost the cup. If we go trophyless, then we go trophyless. There needs to be a big overhaul, no matter if he wins the Champions League or not. That team is just not good enough. And I did see, where was Ansar? The news apparently has been put out there that Julian Nagelsmann is currently now the main favourite to replace Thomas Tuchel at Bayern. Max Ohl is a great defender of the idea. The final decision has not been made. Again, it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with United sniffing around him still.
I'm going to see Messi play against my home team in our stadium. Yeah, I remember you saying that, right? Did you see Messi play?
No. Just don't care. MLS, I just don't care. I mean, I don't watch Ronaldo, but I see more of Ronaldo just because of Twitter as it is.
Yeah.
Compared to Messi, no one cares.
You said that they went against. I said, what, Colorado? Is that who you're on about? I'm guessing that's who you're on about, mate. To finish 2-2. Yeah, let's go to your team. Let's talk about your team.
Yeah, because someone's in the chat. The cheaters of Chelsea. And you're on my side with it as well, so it don't matter.
So when did we last do the show? When you knocked Liverpool out?
Yes, that was the last one. So
what happened in the Brentford game then?
We drew 1-1 because we scored a 95th minute winner, and then they scored a minute after to draw it.
Oh, right.
Because stupid. Then we played Chelsea. We were 2-0 down in the first half. We're back to 3-2, even though their first goal, which was a penalty, their first goal wasn't a penalty. It was Gallagher, just poor defending. Give them that. Their second goal, penalty. Their player dives. Literally, everyone sees there's no contact. He's gone down. Blah blah blah. It's Chelsea. We've got to give them something. Otherwise, they finish 12th. So you got to give them something, ain't you? They went 2-0 up. We gone and scored 3 goals, proper goals. Our third goal as well. Anthony, he's on the right. He's gone Travella, crossed it to Garnacho. He's headed it. He's made it 3-2. And then it's get to the final minutes. Probably United just don't know how to hold on in the final minutes of the game recently. Give away another penalty. Not a penalty. Doesn't Delot's tripped over himself and gone down.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for the other players to go down. Literally nothing at all. So they got given that. And then, even though there was 8 minutes added on, they scored in the 90 plus 10 and 90 plus 11. So they've gone 3 minutes over time. Yeah. And obviously, Cole Palmer, fair enough to him, he got his hat-trick for 2 penalties and a deflection. But 2 of the goals, well, all 3 goals should never have counted because 2 of them were penalties and never penalties, and 2 of them were over the time. So it's whatever. And obviously, Blue Nations, he said, hold and cry, but literally their game after, they drew 2-2 to Sheffield United, who were bottom of the league, by the way. Bottom of the league. And they drew to them. And obviously, we just played Liverpool as well, drew 2-2. I thought we were going to get beat because we were terrible that game. Brilliant goals once again from Bruno, halfway, basically, 40-yarder. Lobbed the keeper, assisted by a Liverpool centre-back. Brilliant. And then Kobe Manu, masterclass, gets the ball, turns. It was, do you remember, I'm not sure you would, but do you remember a Makeda goal for United very long time ago against Aston Villa? Kind of similar to that. And then, we gave away the penalty. If it was penalty or not, I still debate it to now. I'm like, yeah, it's penalty. No, it's not. Because, Wan-Bissaka slides in. He obviously never won the ball, but Elliot was diving before he was contacted. Literally, if Elliot made one more step, he's taken out, gone. Fair enough, that's penalty. But he's going down before he's touched. So I was like, that's as well. Made a mask great goal, but bro got clear run in the midfield. Well, I take you mean the Liverpool game. I know you're not talking about the Chelsea game because rightly so in that Chelsea game, he put two players that are worth 250 million on their asses in one little run. So I know it's definitely ain't about the Chelsea game. But yeah, and I said mainly masterclass. I mean his goal. His goal was masterclass because the way he's just turned the defence and he's top binned it. And he's 18 years old. He's on a midfield on his own because Casemiro, his legs are gone. Don't know what's happened to him. His legs are completely gone. He was shocking. Worst performance in the Liverpool game. Worst performance ever that he's ever had. I think in his career. So Mainoo's got to make up for being on his own. Because Bruno's running around like a headless chicken trying to get the ball constantly. So, but I always get people always like he's always running around like a headless chicken, but trying to get the ball. Man just wants the ball. Man wants to do something. There's a reason why he's got most distance covered, most chances created. He's trying to do stuff because he's the only one trying to do stuff. And so it was the best midfielder in the Chelsea game. No, he weren't. He got put on his ass by Kobe Mainoo. And then Enzo started beef with Mount to cover up his bad performance. That's I literally started on him, but I can't remember what game it was. It might have been the Arsenal game, Chelsea Arsenal. He would happily go up to Jorginho. Oh, little hug. Oh, Mason Mount. Oh, he's United. And I was terrible at that game. I'm worth over 100 mil. Well, I was bought for 110 mil. Let's start some beef to, get everyone speaking about it because he was terrible that game. So the fact is, it sounds like an Arsenal fan to be honest. the delusion coming from him, which is crazy. But he slipped once. No, he tried to tackle Mainoo and then went on his ass. And bully Mount because Mount is a little no one could be winning trophies. Well, you ain't gonna win nothing. You're just gonna end up 12th place again. But we'll move on from that cheating Chelsea game. Oh, what we got here?
Yeah, Julian Nagelsmann seems to be the top guy. A final decision has not been made yet, but scenarios are being considered behind the scenes. For example, the question, how would the squad plan be carried out while Nagelsmann is at the Euros, obviously, with Germany? The possibility it's possible to complete plans before the tournament, know what the coach wants, and then it would be up to Albert and Freerun to implement what the coach wants while he is focused on Germany. So that's basically what is being said on Julian Nagelsmann, if anyone is wondering. How many weeks until Tuchel's gone? I don't know.
End of the season. End of the season, isn't it?
May, isn't it?
Yeah, mid-May or end of May, something like that.
Where are the matches? So we got our last game is the 18th of May against Hoffenheim away. So until then, versus Arsenal, Neuer, Mazzari. Oh, you're talking about, is this your lineup? Neuer, Mazzari, De Ligt, Kimmich. So Mazzari left back, Kimmich right back. He's playing Eric Dyer. Pavlovic, Goretzka, Coman, Musiala, Sane, Kane. Muller has to be in that team for me. But I get where you're coming from, Mikhail.
We're still going like Fergie never got the rest to get a decision. Back in the time where football was proper football. Like, we're talking about VAR now. Like, come on.
I hope that Guerrero will. Yeah, that scares me putting Guerrero in because obviously Davies got a yellow card, so he will not be playing in the game. He's suspended, so it's going to be interesting to see what will happen. Let's say Zaragoza has to play more. Well, yeah, he does have to play more, but it depends if he's going to play more. It's two different things, isn't it? So it's yeah. But I know where you're coming from, 100%.
Do you have a topic I did see just actually before came on here? I saw a video. Is that I don't know if it's Premier League specifically, but I'm hearing that there's a new luxury tax coming into play, where basically, because obviously Everton once again got hit with charges and 2 points deducted off them. What I'm hearing is that they're going to make a luxury tax. So basically, if you break FFP, instead of losing points, you'll be fined. Which apparently most teams have agreed to. I think 17 out of 20 teams agreed to it for it to be implemented next season. Which I was like, interesting. Because who's the one who's still got those 115 charges around their head? City. And what's brilliant for City, instead of getting points deducted, pay a fine. Spend 50 go over the limit by like 50 million and then spend 10 million on a fine. Pennies to them. Absolute pennies to them. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Obviously, I've only just seen it, so I don't think you would have
well,
seen it.
If that's the case, it's a coincidence, isn't it? It'd be a coincidence if that's the case. That's what they're going to do. Because they're the team with the money.
Exactly. And obviously that would help someone like Newcastle with their owners.
Yeah.
Constantly just break it. It's just basically free cheating. Basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's cheating without punishment.
Surely that can't go through because it makes...
If most of the teams agree to it, then it may do. But one good bit of news, potentially, I did hear that there is a date set in mind for City. They don't know where... Well, the guy said he can't disclose it, but there is a date. There's a lot to go through. It all starts from 2011, that season when they first won the league, and then till pretty much now. Apparently, there could be a couple more charges lurking about as well, so it might be 117 in total, I heard. So that's somewhat good bit of news, depending if how much City basically pay them off, because they've got good lawyers, and I heard that the people that deal with FFP charges and all of that, apparently it's only 3 guys doing all of it, which is
why it's taking so long.
God knows. Obviously, they've been dealing with Nottingham Forest and Everton, and then they've got to deal with City with 117 charges. So, don't know when the day is. I doubt we'll hear anything soon. It'll be something like in a few years' time, when City's probably won the treble for like 3 years in a row or something stupid, just to make everyone feel crap about themselves. But hopefully, justice served. Bloody throw them all the way down to the bloody Sunday leagues, strip them of all, and then just to add on top of it, because that weird Chelsea Arsenal fan is still going on. With their issue right now, they could get a serious bollocking for how much they've spent at Chelsea if they don't sort themselves out. But they've got their Saudi links, so they probably end up being fine knowing them. But
Yeah.
I don't think he will speak about that.
Will Nagelsmann join after the Euros is done? Yes, that would be the plan, mate. Yeah. We need to bring Lavera. He's better than Onana. He's the Casemiro regen. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of him, so I can't really say too much on him. Obviously, I made the video on him. The stats look good, but stats, it's not hard to make stats look good.
I read that Onana player. He's I saw him against England. He was very good. Obviously, he's been plays for Everton, but he's definitely a solid little player. Definitely got a good ceiling on him. I think I'd take him, to be honest.
No, I get you. Bayern. So this has come from Fabrizio Romano. Bayern are disappointed with Davies' recent performances. Still waiting for his decision on his future. Club director Max Obel says his level now shouldn't impact on his future. I can't say that that has to do with and why the past few weeks haven't been so good, and that's what they told Bild. So yeah, I'm starting to get sick and tired of defending Davies. I think he's an unreal, but just leave if you don't want to be here. 100%, mate. Let's get Cancelo back, Nagelsmann back, and then rebuild. I don't want Cancelo. I think he's too old. Now, for me, I think he probably... What is he? Yeah, he's 29 years old. Like, to be fair, that's not that old. I don't want to backtrack, but I just feel like he's a Barcelona signing now. I think they will sign him if they can. So it's gonna be interesting. Sadly to say, but we should say. Oh no, 110%. We need to sell him. Get him out of the club right now. Can you go bold live if we win the UCL? And man's like, no.
Can you go to the Blue Nations comment that combined Chelsea United, because that's kind of wound me up.
Combined.
So
Chelsea.
It's gone Onana. Yes, Onana definitely better than their keeper. Gusto, who the fuck is Gusto? Delot clear. Varane, Maguire. Kind of weird that he said that, because Varane's not been the best. Maguire's been injured for quite a bit, and so is actually Varane. So, but if your defense is that bad, then fair enough. Kukurea, we've not had a left back, so fair enough. And then his midfield three of Caicedo, Enzo, and Gallagher. I'll take two of them. I think Gallagher's been technically better.
Okay.
Gallagher's been Chelsea's best player next to Cole Palmer. Bruno, bung Gallagher. Actually, no, not bung Gallagher. I'll move him to the number 8. Caicedo and Enzo can go. They are shocking. One of the worst Chelsea signings since, I'll say Shevchenko, when he joined them after his great run. It would be, so in that midfield three, it would be Gallagher, Mainu, and Bruno Fernandes. Easy. And then he's gone Garnacho, Palmer, Højlund, even though he's actually said, wait, no, Jackson, what? Who? No. But Garnacho, Palmer, Højlund, definitely. Yeah. So, yeah, literally just take out Gusto, Caicedo, and Enzo, put in Delot, Mainu, and Bruno. Easy. I had to throw that out because that wound me up.
I take Hernandez or Mendes from PSG. Right as left back.
Well, Lucas Hernandez.
You ain't no.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't
not the one that just left.
I don't see Theo Hernandez playing for us. I just don't see it.
Well, I saw United's linked with Theo Hernandez, 50 to 60 mil, which I will take it.
I want Cancelo, to be honest. He's such a baller. Then go for 2 years when he's... Yeah, but I don't... Cancelo would probably be loyal then. More loyal than Hernandez. I wouldn't say that Cancelo is a loyal player. He's played for a lot of clubs, and people might have their thoughts on Pep Guardiola this, Pep Guardiola that, but Pep Guardiola doesn't get rid of a player with an attitude. There's a reason he gets rid of them. Look at Leroy Sané, for instance. He let Leroy Sané go because of an attitude problem, and we can see that now at Bayern Munich. Like at times, he just does not want to play for us. You can see it, the stroppiness and all of that. So, Mikel.
No, Dalot's been one of our most consistent players this season. Gusto, he's literally only in that Chelsea team because of Reece James being injured. And if he was the best right back in the league, I don't think Chelsea would be 12th or 9th, wherever they are. Oh, come on.
Yeah, no, I get you.
No. But I'm not saying Dalot's the best right. Obviously, he's definitely not the best right back. But when he's pulling in sevens every game, well, nearly every game, you're doing something right. Like he's been one of the most consistent players. Yeah, he's been caught out a couple of times. Who doesn't? So no, Dalot, easy.
Yeah, no, okay.
I'll give him better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's obviously he's had his injuries. He's been playing left back. He did have a good game in the first Liverpool match at FA Cup. Definitely pocketed Salah without a doubt. And then the second game against Liverpool, he was just terrible. Don't know
what are you doing now, Ahmad?
Oh no.
God. I suppose I feel how his brother left. Yeah, 100%. Still strings after all the injury support he got from the club, 100%. That's why I wouldn't want him as well. Theo Hernandez is a wonderful talent. You'd be stupid to say that he's not. But when you go to said club, you're going to ask people about said club. He's going to ask his brother who's been at the club. Like, it'd just be stupid. Yeah, no, not for me. A wonderful player, but not for me. And I don't see us spending 50 to 60 million, especially if United, because United have got way more money than us. If United won him and they put in a 50 million bid,
we don't know that, by the way. Obviously, new owners and that, and plus FFP are still on our arse. So I do not know how much money we have going into new season. But yeah, I'd love him. I'd love him. He would literally he would fix so much. If obviously because we basically don't have a left back, because Malacia, I don't know. I don't know where he is. No one knows where he is. I think he's just been buried in the desert somewhere by the bloody sounds of it. And then Luke Shaw, injuries.
Yeah.
So we ain't got left back.
For Bayern, like, if Alphonso Davies goes, we've got Kragzig, who is out on loan, who scored the goal against Liverpool in the club friendly. We've got Stanisic, who can play there, and then we've also got who's the other player that I can't now? I've got Guerrero. Like, we've got left backs, so I think it would be stupid. I don't want Bayern to go and spend more money on a left back. We really don't need.
I think it's just because he's more proven. Obviously, once you get rid of Davies, you're going from more of a less experience out of the backside, and then obviously it depends how much you get for Davies. Obviously, no one knows. Obviously, depending if you sell him in this summer or let him go for free, which he most likely be sold, but it won't be for a lot, because even Real Madrid said that if they think they're getting 56 million, they can jog on. They'll be like 20. They'll be like 20 to 30. That's what you're getting. So
I can see us selling him to the Prem, by the way.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I'd take him if he shows his good self, not his.
I can see him going to Chelsea. He's a Chelsea fan, so I can see that.
Maybe they do need a left back. Their left backs are dreadful at the moment.
Question, but do you actually plan? No. I can't. I have a Mac, so it's hard to run streams on it. It would just die every single time. So no, unfortunately not, mate. Regardless, we need to have ballers with technical skill back in the midfield to support Musiala and others. I think this summer, obviously, it's got to be a rebuild. You know, no matter if Bayern win the Champions League or not, that's for the future. We don't know. We don't like it's not. You know, we don't know. But for me, we've gone trophyless in my brain right now. Tuchel's gone. We don't know who the manager's going to be. Is it going to be Nagelsmann? Is it going to be De Zerbi? Is it going to be somebody else? That's the question. And then obviously from there, then you've got to see what players are going. Is Gnabry going to go? He seems to be injury prone right now. Like he put in an absolute shift and has done for the past couple of games. Tuchel could have taken him off and stopped that injury. He didn't. He gets injured, whatever. And he's going to be out for the rest of the season, I believe. So, you know, there's that. Then Leroy Sané is so inconsistent. So, you know, like it's just one of those. Choupo-Moting will be gone because there's that. They were looking to get a backup striker, but they're not going to get a backup striker because of Matthias Tau's development. So there's that. So it'll be Matthias Tau being the second choice striker to Harry Kane.
Is that a problem though? Like just having one second like backup. Because then, if you lose both, then you're in a big predicament there.
Yeah, of course.
Or even like if one goes and then the other, well, one's injured and the other one's not playing well, and you're like, we ain't got no one to. At least having, I know Choupo-Moting he ain't great, but kind of have someone there with the experience of being a striker compared to the rest of them. Even though I know Telly's not out and out striker because he has played left as well. So he's compared to Choupo-Moting and Kane, where those two are strikers, where Matthias Tel is striker left wing.
You could play all along the front three. I get your point. I just think having a second choice striker there, like who else are you going to get? Because it's all whoever you get, you're always going to make them the second choice, and then that makes Matthias Tel third choice again. And I think,
or even bring up and come in, maybe kind of like look around, or guess youth system, see what's going on in your youth system, and maybe try and bring some players along.
Yeah, so there's that, and then obviously we need to get Jamal on a brand new contract, ASAP, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So that needs to happen, and then the main part of the summer, other than the rebuild, is getting a DM. Like, we need a DM in there, without a doubt. Like our midfield is a fucking shit show.
Do you still think Paulinho's the answer?
No, not anymore. He's on a brand new deal, and I think that is shit.
Despite that, I think just him as a player. Do you think
I would love him as a player. I generally think he would have been the answer to Thomas Tuchel football. I really, really do. I think Thomas Tuchel is a shit manager in general, but I think it worked at times at Chelsea because of the players that he had. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Where I don't then, I don't like going back on what I just said, but like what I mean by the Thomas Tuchel football part is like just Bayern in general. We haven't been good since Thiago left. Thiago was our CDM. He pulled all of the strings and made Goretzka look like a wonderful player. And then he leaves the club, goes to Liverpool, and now we see that Goretzka isn't as good as it looked like in that 2020 season. And obviously him and Kimmich don't work. They're just an upgrade of McTominay and Fred. So yeah, it's an interesting one. What does this say? Hey Liam, love your channel. Thanks for the David tagging you. Thank you, mate. Thank you for coming over. Do you care for international teams? Do you mean like, do I watch it? I will watch it when like the big competitions come on, but other than that, no, not really, mate. I miss Thiago. Yeah, he should never have gone to Liverpool. Zubamendi, no, he isn't really a DM. Yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do with DM. We need an out-and-out DM, and I think that's why they're looking at the guy, Onana, not the goalkeeper, the CDM, the Belgian lad from Everton. I think that's what we're looking. We need an actual DM. My one would be Rodri, but you ain't getting him. He's untouchable. Not unless you're going to sell half the club.
Yeah, something. Unless you're hefty money.
That's not going to happen. De Jong is always a possibility, but I don't see him leaving Barcelona. I just don't see that happening.
No, he doesn't want it. He really doesn't want it.
So it's I don't know who we go and get. I really, really, really don't. I might just put a question in the chat.
Yeah. I'd say he's definitely got great potential on him. He's probably been one of Everton's best players of the season, and if you saw him against England as well, he was definitely putting in a great shift. Putting in a great shift against England, even though technically England were bad because of Southgate, but he was still putting in the work into hold off Bellingham and all that for a while in that game. So it's definitely I'd say it's worth the risk, definitely, because I don't think you could be spending too much compared to like you would spend on like Paulinho and like all these other DMs. But obviously, and especially with Everton with their sort of financial fair play sort of crisis, they're probably going to be needing some money at some way, especially if they end up getting relegated as well. Like these player prices are going to start dropping. They're going to end up needing money because they will lose loads of money going getting relegated. So I'd say I should definitely keep a watch on him, especially watch Everton. If they go down, it's even a bonus. If they getting hit with charges, even better, because they're going to need to bring money in to be able to spend it. So definitely keep an eye. You could get him I think you would get him for a good price, and I think it would be, especially in the Bundesliga, I think it would definitely put in a great shift.
Yeah. Interesting thought, but I just don't like that. When like you can see like a direction of where your club's going. Like you've got your back four, you've got your midfield, you've got wingers. You just need the striker. Like for instance, us last season, we know we needed a striker, so that was going to be the thing. And then the next minute we get a right back in.
That's how I felt with United for a long time. Since Fergie's left, it's been we need this, and then we need this, and then we need this. It's just it's gone on for so long, and then we've got to a point where we've need nearly every spot. You're like we've gone backwards somehow with like the players, the spots we need filling. Like it's so weird, but you can't for that build. It's so hard, especially these days, to make that build with a team needing so much without because you say next season we get like 2 centre backs, someone in the midfield, maybe someone. I doubt we'll make 4 signings at all. Spending wise, anyway, we might get loans or whatever. But then you're thinking, who's going to go in the summer? Could lose McTominay. Varane's most likely gone because his contract's up at the end of the season. So he'll be gone. No one knows what's going on with Luke Shaw and Malacia. Then you've got potential Rashford leaving to PSG. Whatever's going on with Martial. The Sancho deal, the Mason Greenwood deal, so on and so forth. So many players. At least I finally got it to you about Maino. I've been saying to you a lot for a long time now. Kobe Maino, watch out for him. I just hope it don't go downhill. I just hope it's not too much for him. He seems very mature for an 18-year-old. Obviously, you've seen young players kind of lose it, kind of like the Sancho in a way. Other players, Mason Greenwood, see how he's lost it. Hopefully, you can we need someone. The problem with United, no one looks after these players. No one gives someone a talking to, And I know Casemiro has been in his ear a little bit, but when Casemiro's been that bad, it's hard to obviously you can take the great advice of him. He's had a great career, Casemiro. But he needs someone, because United have always had those players for a long time. When you've had like Paul Ince, Scholes, Keane, Giggs, Rooney, all these players, Ferdinand, and then it's just gone down. So like I know like Bruno's captain, fair enough. He's probably the only one that actually bloody talks to the team. Team don't really talk, don't really do much. Obviously, Bruno can lose his head pretty easily, but there's no one to control the team and like take care of the players.
Yeah.
The problem we know that has been for a long time. It's player FC,
Yeah,
and not Man United. You know, obviously there are some players that is for the badge. Onana is definitely for the badge. I'd say someone like Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, definitely for the badge. It's weird saying it, but Maguire, he is for the badge. He ain't for himself. He does try and put everything into it. Obviously, Look what he's gone through of like bad performances, stripped to the captaincy, and then kind of like bounced back a little bit from that. But obviously, his injury didn't help. And obviously, lack of left backs, and then you've got Bruno. He can be player FC, but I think that's just more of his personality. I think obviously when he's trying to get the team going or he's pissed off at something, it just looks like Bruno FC. Rashford is I don't know what's gone on with him. He's doing my nutting. I love Rashford, but he's doing my nutting because he had that little interview. He said he would do anything for the club. He is like, if you think my commitment to the club's gone, you're a fool. And then in these games, he's just jogging about, not pressing. I think he done one defensive thing against Liverpool in our corner. Other than that, like in the Chelsea game, he's right next to him. He probably would do about 3 strides and he's caught up to him, but he's just jogging. Like, come on, like especially in a game like that, you've been brought on. If you don't start the game, you've been brought on in like the 60-yard minute. I expect you to run every single minute for the rest of the game because you've had the rest compared to everyone else. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with him. Højlund, he's for the badge, definitely. Garnacho, he is for the badge, but there is an element of player FC. But I think he is a teenager. He's someone we need to take care of.
Yeah.
I don't think he really expected to kind of get the game time he's got in the past few seasons. I know a lot of people give Erik ten Hag a lot of shit, but the one thing I will give him, because I've now seen it and everyone's pointing it out, is play for the youngsters. We've got the most minutes for of youngsters in the world, I think, by especially in the Premier League, by loads of I'm talking over 2,000 minutes for our youngsters, and people talking about Liverpool and their youngsters when they bring them on. It's not really, literally we're playing a 19-year-old up in the striker. We've got we've got a 19-year-old on the wing. We've got a 20-year-old striker. We've got an 18-year-old DM and all that. We've got a lot of minutes for these youngsters. So I always I'll give Ten Hag that. But
yeah,
Kobe, obviously this is still down to the Kobe Mainoo talk.
Yeah.
His ceiling is literally the highest. Probably wouldn't say Ballon d'Or, but you don't know. You don't know. I'm not saying he's going to win the Ballon d'Or, but he is obviously, it's harder for because no one really knows what type of midfielder he is. Because he came in, he was very good defensively, and then he started showing how he can glide through players, and now he's showing his goal. He's only scored 2 goals, but he scored one against Wolves where he's nutmegged a player, gone round another one, and put a bottom corner to win us the game. He's gone to Liverpool, and he's been given the ball. He's just cut it back, and he's just absolutely bent it like Beckham, top bins. And you're like, oh. And the other thing I did found out about him, that he was striker. He used to be a striker when he was like when he was coming up. He was a striker. So that kind of gets me a bit interested. So to kind of play him like one formation I wouldn't actually mind seeing. It will never happen, but it's what Real Madrid's got. They're like diamond midfield shape sort of thing, where they've like Tchouaméni, Modric, Valverde, Bellingham sort of thing. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that, because then you get like the free roam of Mainu. I think having Mainu have a free roam I think it would be brilliant, because he would just glide through players, and he puts a shift in as well. And then everything's not on him. If we have a good solid DM behind him, he'll be very, very good. Very, very good. So nothing but praise to him. He can make all the mistakes he wants. I don't care. He's a brilliant player. Love him.
Yeah, no. Well, there we go, people. There we go. We've done an hour. Yeah, man. Next time we do this, Bayern are either going to be probably through to the Champions League semi-final, or we're going to be talking about Arsenal knocking Bayern out. So I generally couldn't give you a score prediction, because I don't know what's going to happen. I think Bayern will win, but you said it'll be a 3-2 game in that game. Wow, it's going to be a bonkers game, if you are right. But yeah, big up to you as always, Taylor, for coming on.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
Big up to everybody. Yeah, man. Till then, me and my people, peace out. Hopefully we'll be live tomorrow. I've got a show planned. I just wait for the guest to get back to me, and then there'll be videos and everything. We just keep pushing with the content. So yeah, big up to everyone. Thank you for the constant support, and till then, man. Big up to you as well. Thank you very much. We just keep pushing. So yeah, till then, mia. Peace out, people. Have a great night.
Peace.